Hello, good evening and good morning. Right now, I'm very happy to welcome Mrs. Lisa Kate, CEO of Image Entertainment in the UK. Hi, Lisa. How is
Hello.
everything?
Hi. How are you? Yeah, it's quite late. It's midnight. So, yeah, it's been a long
Yes,
day.
it's been a long day. Lisa, before we start to speak about your company and the projects you would like to mention, I would like to tell me a little bit about your background. How did you start your work in the entertainment business?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, I suppose started in 2018. I applied because I used to do modelling in my 20s, but then I stopped it and I thought, right, yeah, be real. Um, I applied to something in 2018. And before you know it, things just started snowballing. Do you know what I mean? Just like these offers started to come in, and I was going to more photo shoots, and I was building up my portfolio. And then in 2019, I started applying for acting stuff like programs, films. It was in my first film called Swastik Sanket. Indian production company came over to Hayes in London, and I became an actress then. I went into a couple more films, one of them being Lady Trillion with Roshana Jane, which is now an award-winning film. And I got an award for that as well. So I'm an award-winning actress through Lady Trillion. And things have just been snowballing. I started Talent Image in, when was it? November 19. Because I've realised quite a few things about the industry that I could probably help others with, you know, the scammers and the waste of times, and you've got to be careful, especially as a woman in this industry. So I thought I'd be able to help you, and it just snowballed again, and here we are. I've attended some events, some red carpet London premieres. I've met some amazing people along the way. I've got some international ambassadors, and yeah, things are going absolutely fantastic at the moment in the business.
Great. I want to ask you, since you began as a model, I imagine for a long time, and then you ventured into production, etc., and
Yeah.
being like a talent agent. I want to ask you your perspective about the challenges and opportunities for a young woman starting to work in the entertainment industry in the UK. What can you tell us about your experience? And because many young people would like to venture into filmmaking, into arts, into entertainment, would like to hear from people who experience the same thing and not to fall in the same mistakes, if we can say.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's, like I say, one of the reasons that I wanted to, well, I was sort of nudged in that direction to start the business. I went for a meeting with a guy that I'd been on a couple of photo shoots with, and we went for a drink, and he said it was something he wanted to start up. And I thought, well, what I had to go through to get to where I was on that day in time, I'd come across a lot of scammers, people that would waste your time trying to get you to put down an upfront payment, which, you know, you then find out that you don't get back. You know, it's like little situations like that, that especially for women have to be careful with, especially when they're going to go and meet a photographer for the first time. I was extremely scared when I met my very first photographer, because we were going to be doing a photo shoot in a field, and it'd just be me and this guy, a photographer that I'd never met before, going to a field to do a photo shoot for the very first time. I was nervous. I was very, very scared. But I pushed through that fear, and luckily enough, this guy was absolutely amazing. I'm still friends with him now today, and that was 4 years ago, 5 years ago now this year. And we're, you know, we're quite good friends now. He comes to a lot of business events with me. So I'm not saying that you should trust every person that you come across because of the fear, but you need to have people to point out and find out who these sort of bad people are in the industry, because you're going to come across them all the time. I've come across many, you know, that have tried to tear down the business, who have tried to. I've actually had one when I first started up the business, and someone made up a fake account on Instagram when I first opened an Instagram account for Talent Image, and they put all these
Um,
people's random pictures on there.
you know,
And
Lisa, I want to, yeah,
sorry.
yes. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
go
can you
ahead,
hear me all right? Yeah.
please.
Sorry?
Go ahead, yes.
Oh, right, sorry.
Yes,
Yeah,
go
so,
ahead,
I
please,
mean,
continue.
yes. Well, basically, yeah, you're going to come across all them sorts of people in life, let alone, especially in the talent industry. I've had many people speak up to me about some of the things that they've experienced while they've been in the industry. And it does concern them, like I say, especially for women who's going to meet a photographer for the first time. You never know what you're going to be walking into. So it's nice for someone to point out those that you need to be careful of. So we'll put out a name and shame. You know, more and more are coming up that I've been seeing on my feed. So, you know, it's definitely something we've got to try and stick together and sort of help each other through.
This is the first time I hear from someone like a professional about scammers in the industry. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah, technical difficulties. Hello.
Sorry, the it was yes, it was cut. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yeah, that's lovely.
Yes. What I was trying to tell you that this is the first time I heard from a professional model, come actors, producer, about scammers in the industry.
Yes, absolutely. I
Because
mean,
yeah, because I mean somebody following the trajectory of an artist. I imagine that he or she will go to an established agency of photography, of casting, uh, a renowned casting director. But what you tell me that sometimes it could happen, like people pretending not what are they are not to be.
yeah, no, exactly. I mean, I've read one just this week actually with a lady pointing out that there's been a lot of fake, even fake castings to get actresses to meet them for an interview, thinking that they're stepping up into a new sort of development in their career, and find out, well, hang on, you're not who you say you are. This isn't a real casting. I've been seeing a lot of them this week, to be honest with you. So we've got to look out for each other. Because the way of the world at the moment is getting quite dangerous. So, I mean, it doesn't matter how long you've been in the industry, you're going to come across the bad people. You know, the more you're in the industry, you find more and more of them, but then you tend to look out for the signs. So it's nice for someone to actually point out their knowledge of these types of people, like the warnings. So we all stay in contact to sort of help each other, especially the new ones coming into the industry, because they're so excited to take the next step. They're going to just apply to something, get accepted, and not know what they're walking into. So you've always got to double check these people. Do your background on those that are castings or the photographer. Always do your background, or ask someone else that's been in the industry for a while.
So, the simply speaking, we must look for genuine agency companies, renowned people who are, and so
Yeah.
we, especially the young generation right now, because I imagine also through the internet you can encounter many of those.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, look how many people have been hacked. Do you know what I mean? The internet is amazing, but it's also a scary place because people can find you, people can hack you, people can get your passwords, people can harass you, you know. So you've got to make sure, I always say to my clients, my colleagues, and my associates, you've got to have a loyal circle. Do you know what I mean? You've got to go to those that you trust. If you've been in the, like, I've known many people from the beginning of when I started in the industry, like Christian Bate over in Cameroon. He's been my international ambassador since day one, and I've known him for 4 years. So we've created a loyal circle. And if someone comes in new, that after a while starts to show their true self, their unprofessionalism, their mannerisms, their you know, the way they behave towards certain people, you start to realise and know to look out for the signs. You get to be a good judge of character.
Yes, yes, Lisa. Right now, you establish your agency, Talent Image Entertainment.
Yeah.
Tell me what was, I mean, your vision and your mission that you want to achieve through this company. You know, of course, you're like a new baby born among many giants, you know, in the
Yeah,
industry.
that's exactly how I felt actually. I thought, what am I doing? What am I doing? So many times I had my finger on the delete button because I thought, I think I'm going into really scary waters here. I thought, what am I doing? Just get a normal job. Do you know what I mean? But I've always wanted to sort of help people, but I didn't know in what sort of way I wanted to help them. So when I did start modelling, I wanted to just help people because I'd already been in the industry for 2 years prior to starting the business. So I wanted to help people to look out for, like I say, the scammers, the inappropriate people, the unprofessional people. I had a kind of understanding of that territory by that point. Obviously, since then, I've got to know a lot more of knowledge about who to trust and who not to trust. So, yeah, the basic thing, and trying to help people find work in their respective fields that they've chosen in, like it could be modelling or acting. That's how I started. The first name of the business was actually called Talent Model Management because it was just working with models. And then I got into acting, and then I thought, oh, so start to learn behind the camera. Do you know what I mean? And like as I've come along, I've learned a hell of a lot more in different territories of the entertainment business. So yeah, everywhere that I learn, I can now help others in that field, like send them to another connection or know how to promote them, how to do more creative editing, and learn as you go. There's no sort of end target for me. I'm just trying to learn as much as I can about the industry.
And I remember you mentioned you have a lineup of projects you would like to realize in the coming period.
Yes,
If you
yeah.
like to share with us some ideas, you know, or maybe people could reach out to you maybe for seeking collaboration, and
Mm.
they know you share the same ideas and perspective.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because I produced my own film, which was Witch Manor. We, luckily enough, the crew and the cast was amazing. They actually done it for free. I guess they could see the potential in it. So we filmed Witch Manor. The trailer is out, and we're trying to get the feature film of that filmed. And because everyone's rates have gone up, and finding the funding has just been so hard, I've had to sort of put that on the sidelines to concentrate on growing the business a bit more. But during that time, I have done a couple of productions, one called Headless Horror, which is also on my YouTube, a couple of remixes on that one. I'm collaborating with another lady in America at the moment with Rebel Productions. She's come to me through one of my Stage 32 accounts, and she's wanting me to get in touch with a list of people that she's given me about the harassment that female models get in the industry and their experiences. So this would be sort of a real life documentary production. So I've just recently got in touch with them, so I'm waiting on responses. I've read the script. It's absolutely incredible, and obviously I would like to partake in that because it's a great awareness, especially for females who's finding it difficult in the industry and who can tell their own story. So I've got that one. I'm starting another collaboration with Claudine Hope next year with a magazine, Entrepreneurs and Women in Business. So we'll be starting that up next year in January. Oh, what else have I got going on? There's just so much. I'm attending events. I am attending big business events over in London. I'm connecting with a lot more people at the moment. I'm opening a lot more accounts on other platforms. I'm just trying to connect with a lot of people at the moment, and we'll see where that takes me.
This is great. Tell me, Lisa, do you have a certain dream project you like to realize for yourself or through the company in the future?
Well, I do have another one actually. So I'm just trying to get that one off the ground. Everything coming up with the bullying aspects of life in general. I want to start up a Stop the Bullying documentary. So it's also people that have been harassed throughout their life, even their personal life, as well as their careers. Just telling their experience. You know, you don't have to mention any names. You don't even have to show your face. We just want to hear and try and group together, because it's just a horrible realization that even grown-ups are still going through the bullying. So I'm starting that new documentary, but I do want to sometime get Which Manor, the feature film, filmed and out there, because I'm also a film festival judge for Film Freeway. So I've got all of the platforms. I know which one to submit it to. I've already had offers coming in for us to submit the feature film, but we haven't even started filming it yet. So if there is anyone out there who knows investors, to get this started, because we're going to have to recast as well, because some people have left through because they've got other projects going on, or there's been a fallout, you know. There's always reasons, and it was last year that we were doing the casting, so we're going to recast for that. So if anyone knows of any investors or grants that can be put across to get this started, because I've been wanting to do it for 20 years. We've done the trailer. I want to get doing on the feature. That would be a great highlight, really. It would.
Great. I look forward for seeing the new projects, and I want to thank you very much for joining the live late UK time, but here it's a little bit early, Latin America. It's 6:20 p.m.
Wow.
And
Okay. Yes.
I look forward to hear about the release of your new films. Regarding the bullying projects, I think you will meet a lot of people. You know, you will have long lines of people that who wants to be interviewed.
No, absolutely. I mean, I've had a few people come to me already with some of their experiences, but if they wanted to make it anonymous, that's absolutely fine, to protect themselves.
Yeah.
But just to hear the stories and the experiences and how they've got over it, you know, I'll be putting my own bits in there as well, because I've experienced it myself. So it's just a great awareness just to keep everyone together.
Yes, it is not something related to the UK or Europe, but I heard and from a lot of colleagues through my work as well in Egypt about many things happened, you know, to men and women, not only women, by the way, and young people as well.
Yeah, even those in school that end up committing suicide, you know what I mean? Like kids in school, it's still happening today. It was happening when I was at school, so.
Of course. And I wish you all the best in this. And I hope people who watch this interview through our social media can reach out to you, and you can join hands with them. And I look forward for the release. Maybe we can attend the red carpet together.
Yeah, that would be lovely. That would be fantastic. Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Lisa. I wish you all the best on your company and your projects, and I look forward to speak to you again once you have a new project to announce.
Absolutely, I look forward to it. Yeah.
Thank you, very good, and let's say good night, UK.
Yes, good night, UK. Yes, I'm off to bed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sherif.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.